Musings, who I am, life reflections. Musings, who I am, life reflections. Reflections of life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. This is Mocha. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Please click, like, and share. Thank you. Good afternoon. This is Pamela. Just wanted to check in with you and cover a few things regarding my meatless journey. Hashtag no meat, no problem. So at the um, the end of February, I decided I was going to go meatless again because once a year I do go meatless, and I normally do that just to make sure that I'm going to meatless, and it's just very important. So, um, what I love about it is that it helps my body to be in alignment with the earth, so to speak. So I want to just cover a couple of things. And before I get into my experience, I am not a doctor. I'm not a health practitioner or anything like that. In regards to the meatless journey for yourself, I would make sure to contact and talk with your medical provider on next steps if you choose to do this as a lifestyle, or if you just choose to do meatless Mondays. That's what I did back in the day. I did meatless Mondays, and it was very helpful. So it took a while before I got to the point of like eating meatless meals every day. So there is a group called Black Women Losing Weight, very supportive to African American women and all women that are a part of that, um, I would say, movement. And so what I've done through them is restart my meatless journey. And so that includes me using a lot of different things to um, stay on track and transition. So, what was I eating before the meatless journey? Uh, Back in January and February, I probably was more of like a pescatarian, eating like fish, salmon, or chicken. I normally do not eat red meat. I don't eat steak. I don't eat pork chops or anything like that. I haven't had those things in my regular eating for a very long time. And I've always been a part time vegan. Okay. So I think one of the important things that I do on a daily basis, and you should too, because no doctor ain't got to tell you to get you some water. I do water and lots of water and lots of water. I try to do, you're supposed to do half of your body in water. And sometimes that can be hard depending on your situation. If you are traveling to go to work or school or some other activity on a daily basis, it could be hard. It might be a little bit easier if you are working remotely. Some people are during the pandemic, others are not. Um, but for me, along with my water regimen in the morning, I do Highleys. This is a slim tea. This is nothing to play with. This tea basically will clean you out, and you will be in the bathroom. So my suggestion, if you decide to do a slim tea or a detox tea like this or a yogi, make sure you're hydrated. Make sure you have water in your system. Make sure you're near a bathroom. That's all I got to say about that. Um, I, a couple of days a week, I do highly. Sometimes I do the yogi detox tea in the morning, and or some hibiscus tea. That's usually what I do. And I put a slice of lemon in there and just water, lemon, no sugar. What's the point of doing a detox tea if you're going to sugar it up? This is a clean thing to put in your body in the morning. So I put slices of oranges or some kind of citrus in there. I've put grapefruit slices, I put lemon in there. It works just the same. And another thing that I do, and another thing that's good for your immune system, is I use Emergency 100 mg vitamin C. I will say that I am not promoting these products. These are the things that I use on a daily basis. I'm not sponsored by any of the products you might see. These are just items that I happen to use in my arsenal as I'm doing my meatless journey. With that being said, what is my normal routine and what I'm eating is kind of, uh, I would say, about 1,400 to 1,500 calories. I work out 5 days a week. And my workouts are either strength training. I have a stepper at home. I have a Pilates bar is behind me, and I also um, I just move my body every day. I either go for a walk. I do uh, 20 to 40 minutes of some kind of cardio activity. And the stuff is kind of easy because I listen to a lot of online DJs, whether it's on Instagram or twitch.com. I put my music on, I put my athletic gear on, and I dance and I do what I need to do to take care of myself. Um, I ain't getting no younger, so of course I need to make sure that I am being as healthy as possible. And so that's what I'm doing. I do small meals and I also do a lot of meal prepping. But in the meantime, the things that I did at the beginning of the month changed. So I'm going to give you two interesting things that you may not know of. Um, when I transitioned, I started to do dirty vegan. Dirty vegan is pretty much mostly processed vegan burgers or vegetarian burgers, Morningstar or Guardian or all these. Those are burgers that you can just cook in a little bit of oil, or you just microwave it and you hook it up on in a sandwich and you put some fries on the side, or you get an Impossible Burger, or you get a Beyond Meat Burger, etc. That's dirty vegan. Dirty vegan is basically more convenient. It's highly processed. And I did that for about a week and a half, but I also monitored my blood pressure and I didn't like how my blood pressure was kind of going in a higher way. So I started to do more of like a clean vegan type of eating style or lifestyle, meaning more fruits, nuts, greens, and a minimum of of vegan fast foods. And the result for that is basically me losing some weight, of course, and I also reduced my blood pressure. At the beginning of the month, my blood pressure probably was around stage 2. My blood pressure right now is pre-diabetes, and that's just from about 3.5 weeks of eating a whole foods based approach and more on the clean side right now. Next month, I'm planning to continue this, of course, and most likely we'll be doing raw vegan 1 to 2 weeks next month. Depends on how I could push myself. Anyway, what I was going to say is the easiest thing to do is get, if you do the dirty vegan side, you will get prepared beans, right? Like a canned bean or some beans that are already in like a package. If you go that route, I would say take the canned beans and flush it out, like, drain it and wash them and then use them, because you can like wash some of the sodium content out of that. If you want to go on the clean vegan um part of it, then you would just take dry beans, soak them, cook them in your Instapot or your crock pot or on the stove if you old school. um you could do that and batch cook them. I batch cook lentils all the time and black beans, but I get a lot of canned, chickpeas, because chickpea is easy to break down and make it, a quick salad, like a chickpea tuna salad, right? So that's pretty much it on that. But one of the great things I will say is that what I've used is a way for me to use portion control. And I use these little containers that you get from like Walmart. I think a set is like it covers nuts and protein and fat and carbs and fruit. and it costs like $8 or $9. And it's like different little containers, and that's the portion you're supposed to eat. These are nuts, and this size also fits any kind of oil. Um, I want to touch upon oil very quickly because oil is where I got a lot of my fat in my body, and so I stopped doing that. Um, Using a lot of oil, like I do not use a lot of oil because it just took too much time. I gained weight, and I was never losing weight when I was eating as a vegan last year at this time because I was using a lot of oil. So I do 1 teaspoon of oil if I'm cooking like a burger, or I do a tablespoon if I'm doing a bunch of vegetables. But really, next month I'm going to do no oil for a couple of weeks. And that means I will pan fry my veggies and use water instead of oil. Oil is I mean, the oils are great. I use healthy oils. I no longer use um, canola oil or vegetable oil. It's just not good anyway. So I use olive oil, um, coconut oil, sesame oil, toasted sesame oil, and green. I forgot the other one. I have like the other ones that I use. Avocado oil sometimes. Um, I'll also use that as well. And healthy fat is like a regular avocado. Like you cut it up, portion control it, put it in a taco, put it on your vegan egg, put it on a bread and make it an avocado toast with some chia seeds, flax seeds, or some hemp seeds, and that's a real good breakfast anyway. Couple slices of tomatoes, boom. So that's it for that. Um, I do a lot of nuts, so I have all raw nuts, and the only nuts that have some sodium in it are my roasted, I call sunflower seeds, pepitas, whatever you want to call it. I use those, and they're pretty good. I want to show you one of the processed things that I do use occasionally, but I don't use it a lot anymore. Are the Aldi burgers? This is a great burger. It's a black bean chipotle burger. It has a lot of fat. I mean, protein in it. It's like 7 grams of protein in it, and not too much. I mean, it's fiber, like three grams of fiber. So this burger has quinoa, black beans, and it's got corn. And if you don't have time, we all don't have time to cook or prep things. I prep my own black bean burger. I want to say a week and a half ago, and it's really really good. It's a basic black bean corn with oat flour, and it's great. I mean, and it tastes good too, and it's less processed. You know, it doesn't have all the things that you would have in a Guardian burger or, or any of those other burgers. So, but I do like the vegan burgers from Aldi's because they're more organic and they're vegan. They don't have milk or other things inside of them, so that's good as well. Um, it's some great books out there that I've been using. I'm in a vegan group called Vegan Soul Food. Basically, this is when we go back to that dirty vegan idea. You know, dirty vegan. You know, you eat fast foods. Sometimes it's okay, y'all. If it's a Sunday and I don't feel like eating, like doing a smoothie for breakfast and eating a very clean lunch, and I want to eat something a little bit more rich and soulful, I do use, some other things. And so the book that I got is called Vegan Soul Food. What you see on the cover is a vegan mac and cheese. It doesn't use any regular milk. When you prepare a regular vegan mac and cheese, maybe I'll do a prep video sometime, I don't know. You're basically using macro, the elbows, pasta, plant-based milk. It could be almond or coconut, whatever you want to use, whatever you have in your refrigerator. And the only thing that's really processed in this is probably the vegan cheese, unless you decide to make your own vegan cheese. The other thing is this banana bottom. It looks like fried fish. It's called vegan fried fish. Well, that comes from a banana blossom. This is the banana blossom, right? If you go on Amazon, you can buy this. This is banana blossom. You drain it, you season it, you add your fish fry, your flour, or whatever you want to use, chickpea flour, regular flour, or some other flour, and you fry it. And it looks like that fish that you saw. They call it vegan fish. A lot of people use that and they do a plate with like cabbage, um, some other soul food things that people like to eat, like some kind of other things like sweet potato, chopped, steamed sweet potatoes, whatever it is that you like to do. Because sometimes you do want something a little bit more flavorful. So that is that. And I'm pretty I love making sure I have diversity in my vegan life. I think a lot of times when it comes to whole foods eating, a lot of people sometimes think that it is dry, like you're going to eat just salad or smoothie and maybe a vegan sandwich. But there are a lot of different things. There are groups online, the vegan soul food groups, and if you're on YouTube, you can just go to so many YouTube vloggers. I recommend Cheap Lazy Vegan, Sweet Potato Soul, um, Ghetto Vegans. It's so many of them that have really great ideas. And there are people who aren't like big vloggers, like Edgy Veggie and people like that. There are people that just they used it to transition and eat a little bit cleaner. My blood pressure, like I said earlier, if I didn't say it, I reduced my blood pressure by eating less processed vegan foods. But sometimes I do want to eat something that's processed. So sometimes I'll make vegan tacos and I'll have vegan sour cream and some guacamole in it. But that's not bad, really. I don't eat and use the vegan sour cream a lot, or vegan cream cheese. I don't use a lot of those a lot. But overall, I've been doing pretty good. I lost some weight. I lost about 4 or 5 pounds this month. And for me, I like to do a moderate reduction versus me like losing a bunch of weight and then I gain it back. I don't want to do that. So, but some of the dirty vegan or not so good snacks are snacks like this. This is a vegan chip. It's a Doritos, and I really like it. Um, it's like 150 calories, and it's not bad. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I do not know if this is even vegan. I don't think it is. I think it might have some animal products in this, but it's more on the vegetarian side. The fruit snacks, but the fruit snacks is only if I'm like every now and again I'm on the go and I put it in my purse and I might be out and I need to eat something. But I went back to like buying fruit and I'm doing doing green grapes, red grapes, a half a banana, because banana has a lot of carbs in it, but take a half a banana and put it in like a smoothie or something like that. And also I do a lot of nuts, water, and then I find that I'm more fuller if I eat regular beans with some kind of rice or in a wrap or making my own veggie or vegan pizzas. So I'm more on the vegan side of things right now because I don't have regular cheese in my refrigerator. And I did want to mention you don't have to use the processed cheeses. You can make your own vegan cheese. You can, make it from sweet potatoes, or carrots or butternut squash and mix that with some potatoes, something creamy like cashews, raw cashews. And and season it up, put some nutritional yeast in it, and there you go. So do your research. And like I said, everything ain't for everybody, but for me, this works out a lot better for my blood pressure. I want to think last year at this time, even though I was eating some not so good things, when I was going hard with my life as a vegetarian at the time, my blood pressure was completely normal. It only went up when I started to do, more processed things and, eating out every now and again, getting some wings every now and again. So the last time I had some meat, I want to say was like maybe February 20th or that week. After that, I haven't had any meat, haven't ordered any meat. And I had salmon, I want to say like maybe 4 weeks ago. Outside of that, I haven't had anything else but vegetarian things. I got tofu in my diet. I try to minimize soy products though, because for Black women, we have to be careful with that. But I haven't cheated at all because there's so much to eat and so many great books, some vegan books, some plant-based books, Forks Over Knives. They have a great app. I used to be on that app last year, but I don't need to be on it because I go to Pinterest for a lot of my recipes. I also did something this month. I used a meal service called Home Chef. Now, Home Chef is cool. It costs like it costs to order. I didn't feel like it was economic for me. They do give you recipe cards and they do send the ingredients. And what I ended up doing was like canceling it because I felt like I was spending much more money for 2 meals versus I could take that money and apply it to a big, a larger order. And I also do Misfits Market. They have a vegetarian box. It costs like $22. It comes every month or whenever you want it to come. And that has been good as well. But, I would say if you're interested in doing anything of the search a short sort, you should just check in with your medical provider, find out if it's something that they think that you should do. My doctor always said, hey, whatever you can do to reduce your weight. Overall, I lost, over 40 pounds since last year. I still have about 20 more pounds to crack. And, that is what it is. But I know that I'll do well if I keep pushing myself and working out and drinking my water and being as good as I can be for myself. And, before I get up out of here, just a reminder, eat the rainbow, y'all. You know, I eat the rainbow. I have carrots. Right now in my refrigerator, I have carrots. I have butternut squash, cauliflower, greens, eggplant, portobello mushrooms, onions, white potatoes, not the best. Sweet potatoes better. Um, all the colors you can think of on your plate. And it's helpful. It's helpful to have everything like that on your plate because it reminds you that you are eating a variety of things that are good for you as well for your body. So yeah, eating the rainbow is very, 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 very important. But anyway, just a reminder, I do have a show coming up next month. I actually have two features that will be on Roseanne Catalano. She's the founder of Literary Voice magazine, and she is a publisher out of Florida. We'll sit and talk about her transition, her website, what she's doing for authors, and I think that's going to be a great opportunity for others. So that's one thing I want to plug before I get off here. And I know you've seen this product. A lot of people use this Goalie. Now, again, I'm not sponsored by Goalie. I take Goalie in the morning. I take Goalie at night. And when I get hungry at night is when I used to overeat. It has apple cider in it and is a better option for those who can't drink the regular apple cider. The regular apple cider is very hard on your your teeth and your palate, even though you're supposed to just like mix it with something else like water and lemon or whatever, and a little you know, the mixtures. They got all kinds of recipes out there, but this is good. Now Goli is not going to help you lose weight. I will never lie to you. But it curbs your appetite. And for me at nighttime, once I pop one or two of these at night, I literally am not hungry until the next morning. And next morning, I just continue with my water, my detox teas. And in the morning, I also take this, especially Monday through Friday when I'm at work, because even if you're not hungry for some time when you at work, you're still hungry for something. So for me, this has been helpful. I will never say you will lose weight with Goli unless you do it right, but it's not designed for that. It's designed for appetite suppression. So that is one thing I want to mention. And thank you for tuning in and listening to me ramble and talk about my journey here. And I hope that you found something useful here on my channel. But in the meantime, I'm gonna bid you adieu because I have nothing else to say. I got nothing else to say right now, but I do appreciate you guys and always the support. So until then, take care of yourself and be good to yourself, and love on yourself is important.